Welcome to a journey back in time, to a place that fundamentally changes everything we thought we knew about the dawn of human civilization, Göbekli Tepe. For centuries, the story of humanity's rise followed a clear path. First agriculture, then settled communities, leading to monumental architecture and, finally, civilization. But what if this timeline is wrong? What if something extraordinary came first? Imagine massive stone circles, intricately carved pillars, standing proudly on a hilltop in southeastern Turkey. This is not Rome, or Egypt, or Mesopotamia. This is Göbekli Tepe, a site of astonishing complexity and profound mystery. Our historical hook, Göbekli Tepe, predates nearly every cornerstone of what we call civilization. It was built before the invention of pottery, before the dawn of agriculture, and thousands of years before the first cities or written language. But where exactly is this site, and who found it? Let's trace the path of its remarkable discovery. Göbekli Tepe is situated in the vast, arid plains of southeastern Turkey, close to the city of Şanlıurfa. The site was first noted in the 1960s, but remained mostly ignored until the 1990s when archaeologist Klaus Schmidt began his monumental work. The staggering fact is its age. Radiocarbon dating places the oldest layers of Göbekli Tepe at over 11,500 years old. To put that in perspective, this site is roughly 7,000 years older than Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza. Now, let's explore the architectural marvels that define Göbekli Tepe and make it so unique. The site consists of multiple circular enclosures, each defined by massive T-shaped limestone pillars. These pillars, sometimes reaching over 18 feet in height and weighing tons, were clearly fashioned by skilled laborers. The effort required to quarry, transport, and erect these gigantic stones is immense, especially considering the builders had no metal tools and had yet to develop the wheel. This speaks to a level of social cooperation we previously didn't attribute to hunter-gatherer societies. Perhaps the most striking feature is the detailed artistry. The pillars are covered in highly stylized carvings of animals, vultures, foxes, snakes, wild boars, and scorpions, suggesting a complex mythology and symbolic world. These structures demand answers about the community that built them. Who were these people, and why did they undertake such a massive project? The evidence at Göbekli Tepe strongly suggests it was built by nomadic hunter-gatherers. There is no large-scale evidence of permanent settlement, large-scale agriculture, or domesticated animals at the time of its construction. The prevailing theory is that Göbekli Tepe was a major regional ritual or spiritual gathering place. Hunter-gatherer groups would converge here for important ceremonies, using the shared monumental effort to reinforce social identity and cooperation. As fascinating as its construction is, the way Göbekli Tepe was eventually left behind is another deep layer of mystery. Around 8000 BCE, Göbekli Tepe was not simply abandoned to crumble. The monumental circles were deliberately and rapidly buried under thousands of tons of earth, broken stone, and refuse. This act of intentional burial, far from being decay, actually preserved the structures remarkably well for millennia. Scholars still debate whether this was a respectful closing ritual, or a way to protect their spiritual heart from a changing world. The true legacy of Göbekli Tepe is its challenge to our established understanding of human history. The existence of Göbekli Tepe reverses the standard narrative. Instead of agriculture leading to settled life and then complex structures, monumental building and complex organization came first. Did the need to feed large groups of builders lead to the domestication of wild grains found nearby? Göbekli Tepe suggests that the human impulse for complex ritual and spiritual connection, religion, might have been the organizing force that preceded and even drove the shift towards agriculture and settled civilization. Despite decades of work, Göbekli Tepe remains a source of endless questions, continuing to fuel archaeological and historical debate. Göbekli Tepe is a powerful reminder that our past is still being written. It shows us that sophisticated culture and monumental ambition existed long before the textbooks told us it was possible. The mystery of the oldest temple on Earth continues. Deep in the Anatolian plains of modern-day Turkey lies an enigma that has rewritten human history. This is the story of Göbekli Tepe and the monumental mystery surrounding its final fate. For decades, we believed complex civilization began with agriculture. But then, an archaeological site emerged from the dust, older than farming, older than pottery, older than writing itself. These are the megalithic structures of Göbekli Tepe, massive stone circles adorned with intricate carvings, a feat of engineering and spirituality built over 12,000 years ago. Discovered barely 3 decades ago, Göbekli Tepe shattered our timeline, revealing a sophisticated ceremonial center constructed by hunter-gatherers long before the agricultural revolution. Yet, its greatest riddle is not how it was built, but why it was abandoned. And more specifically, why this monumental sacred site was intentionally and massively buried by its own creators. The discovery itself was an astonishing twist of fate that redefined the Neolithic age. In the mid-1990s, archaeologist Klaus Schmidt began excavating what he believed was merely an ancient cemetery. What he unearthed was proof of prehistoric religious complexity. These aren't haphazard stones. The monolithic T-pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, were quarried, moved, and erected with remarkable precision. This required complex labor organization. Göbekli Tepe flipped the script. It showed that highly organized, large-scale construction, often attributed to settled farming societies, was achievable by hunter-gatherers. The pivotal moment in the site's history came around 8000 BCE, when its use abruptly ceased and the work began to cover it up. The evidence suggests this wasn't natural erosion or decay. Archaeological data points to an organized, prolonged effort to completely fill the massive enclosures with tons of stone fragments and earth. Using dating techniques, researchers estimate the deliberate burial occurred around 8000 BCE, bringing an end to this era of monumental ceremonial construction. One of the most compelling theories posits that the burial itself was an intentional, final act of ritual significance. After centuries of use, perhaps the enclosures had run their course. The builders may have ceremoniously retired the temple, preparing it for the transition into history. Burying sacred sites is a practice found in many ancient cultures. It's possible the inhabitants believed covering the pillars protected their spiritual power or prevented their use by others. Another set of theories links the burial to immense cultural and environmental shifts occurring across the globe during the Neolithic transition. The beginning of the Neolithic saw fluctuating climate patterns. Changes in rainfall and resource availability may have made sustaining the large groups needed for construction impossible. As agriculture emerged, people shifted from mobile hunter-gatherer lifestyles to settled villages. This monumental change likely brought new spiritual beliefs, making the old temple obsolete. Despite decades of study, the precise reason for the burial remains speculative, but the site's importance is undeniable. Was it a ritual goodbye, a necessity driven by farming, or a complex convergence of factors? The truth lies hidden beneath the surface of the Anatolian plain. Göbekli Tepe challenges everything we thought we knew about the origins of human civilization. Its story, sealed by its own people, continues to inspire us to search deeper into the mysteries of our ancient past. For millennia, we thought we knew the blueprint of human civilization. It began with agriculture, leading to settled communities, and eventually, monumental architecture. But what if this timeline is wrong? In the southeastern plains of Turkey lies an archaeological site so profound, so impossibly ancient, it forces us to rewrite the history books. This is Göbekli Tepe. Imagine a world 11,500 years ago, where humanity was barely scraping by as hunter-gatherers. Yet here, they erected a structure that rivals the engineering feats of later civilizations. Göbekli Tepe is not just old, it's revolutionary. It predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years, and the Egyptian pyramids by 7,000. It is, unequivocally, the world's oldest known temple. The questions surrounding this site are monumental. Who built it? And perhaps more importantly, why did a society of nomadic hunter-gatherers dedicate such immense resources to building it? The story of how Göbekli Tepe came to light is a tale of serendipity and dedication. Initially misidentified as a medieval burial ground, the site was eventually taken on by German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt in the mid-1990s. What he unearthed changed everything we understood about the Neolithic era. The defining feature of Göbekli Tepe are its vast, circular enclosures containing huge, T-shaped megalithic pillars. Some stand over 18 feet tall, weighing up to 20 tons. Radiocarbon dating placed the earliest structures at around 9600 BCE, right at the end of the last ice age. This time period was once thought to be too primitive for such sophisticated construction. Beyond the sheer scale of the engineering, the true wonder of Göbekli Tepe lies in its art and symbolism. The massive T-pillars are adorned with stunning relief carvings of animals, intimidating wild boar, fierce lions, ducks, spiders, and most frequently, snakes and vultures. These were not random decorations. Archaeologists believe the central T-pillars are highly stylized human figures. Subtle details, like carved arms and hands extending down the sides, suggest these were sacred, perhaps even deified, ancestors or religious entities. Göbekli Tepe challenges the established narrative of human development, forcing us to consider that complex social organization may have spiritual roots. The long-held belief was that agriculture led to settlements, which then led to religion and architecture. Göbekli Tepe suggests the reverse, that a complex religious or ceremonial center spurred hunter-gatherers to congregate and, perhaps, begin farming to feed the gathered workforce. The construction required organizing hundreds of people over decades, a feat previously thought impossible for hunter-gatherer societies. This indicates a level of social hierarchy and communal effort far beyond the expected. Perhaps the greatest puzzle of Göbekli Tepe is its end. Why was this sacred site intentionally and meticulously buried? Around 8000 BCE, the entire complex was deliberately backfilled with tons of earth and debris, effectively burying it for millennia. This wasn't decay. It was intentional preservation, or perhaps termination. Was it a ritual closing, signifying a transition to new beliefs? Or did the transition to agriculture mean the mobile hunter-gatherer culture that built it simply faded away? Göbekli Tepe is a powerful reminder that our past is still deeply mysterious, and the most foundational assumptions about human civilization can be overturned with a single discovery. This site has irrevocably changed our understanding of the Neolithic period, suggesting that complex spirituality and monumental building predated settled life and farming. With only a fraction of Göbekli Tepe excavated, much remains buried. Archaeologists continue their painstaking work, promising even more revelations that could further illuminate the dawn of civilization.